the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is Iracing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is Iracing.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iracing.com.
Welcome everybody here to the Madhouse Racing League. Hope everybody's having a fantastic afternoon. It's throwback night, and we're here for the Throwback 50. Madhouse presents the Throwback 50 here at North Wilkesboro. One of the old creations they brought back to life here on the iRacing sim. So just got done with practice, looking to go out here for qualifying and see who's going to set the time on the board to be fastest here tonight. So looks like the first race is going to be looking like to be a full field draw. So it's going to be a good night of racing. Eventually here you'll see the drivers as they'll come down and park on the front stretch and kind of go over why they are in a throwback car that they are in, and why they're in a throwback car they're in and what made them pick that throwback car. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting to see some of these schemes being, I almost should say a blast from the past. So definitely going to be fun. Definitely going to be an interesting night. And the mini stocks will be doing the same thing, as they'll be coming out here shortly after your sportsmen's and being able to show off their schemes in that division as well. So there again, like I said, it's going to be a fun night of racing, to say the least. So taking a quick look at your sportsman points going into tonight's event. Looking like Kyler Staley going to have about a 20, well, he's going to have a little more than that, probably about a 40-50 point lead over Chase Pierce. Dominic Lumley sitting in third with only a 2-point difference separating him and Dominic Lumley. Billy Gregg in fourth with only about a 30% point difference separating him and Lumley. Then you got Brooks, your top five, with 608, and then everybody else was kind of out after that. So next week being championship night, going to be an interesting night. Nashville Mini is going to be where they go for that one. So definitely going to be fun. Definitely going to be entertaining. Definitely going to be, to say the least, fun for sure. So once again, want to welcome everybody in here as the Madhouse Racing League presents the Throwback 50, and appreciate you tuning in. I want to give a big shout out to Privacy Fence Solutions, being the league's presenting sponsor, and also Greg's Old Lexington Front End and Frame Shop as being the secondary sponsor. And without them two sponsors, we couldn't do it without them. So definitely going to be fun. Billy Gregg and Nate Gregg do a lot of stuff for the Bowman Gray guys off the sim as well as on the sim. So definitely big thank you to them as well for all they do. So and then, like I said, if you need a fence, doesn't matter what type of fence, as long as you need a fence, make sure you hit up Privacy Fence Solutions and go get you a fence. Don't know much about them, but heard they put up some good fences. So just winding up here with qualifying. Just waiting on a starting lineup. Looks like it is going to be a full field draw here tonight for your first twin and sportsmen's. Sportsmen's be running twin 20s tonight. The first race will set up a full field draw, and then we will have an invert for the second race. I believe we have an invert this week for the second race. I know we didn't last week, but I believe we have one for the second race this week. And then we either have one or two 15-lap mini-stock races coming up after this. The way it looks, it's only going to be about one 15-lap mini-stock race. So, a very quick night of racing. Coming up Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Madhouse Racing League will be right back here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway for round number 2. Excuse me. Round number 2 of Throwback Night for the Modifieds and the Street Stocks. So, going to be a good night for them as well. We'll be back in action here on Elevated TV tomorrow night. As far as got the Southeast Racing League as they roll into IRP last week, and with some pretty good racing. We had some other inquiries is why we couldn't broadcast it. So had some good close finishes there. Gary Ledbetter, Ross Dalton, and I believe Cody Griffin all picked up wins on last Monday night. So this coming week, actually tomorrow, they'll be at Myrtle Beach Speedway for a 30-lap street stock race, 40-lap late model stock, and a 30-lap street stock race. You seen them run the supers the other night, and they did not care for them. So they have changed the super late model to twin street stocks and a late model stocks is what they run. So and then coming up on the Madhouse on Wednesday night, the Modifieds will be in action. For twin 25s, the street stocks will be in action for a 20-lapper. So then it all wraps down at Nashville Mini for a 150-lap modified race, 40-lap sportsman, 20-lap street stock, and 15-lap stadium stock, and only the top 26 in points. So going to be, like I said, a good night of racing. Looks like we got the starting lineup. After the full field draw, Nate Gregg will capture the pole. Brian Sykes Jr. will be your first row. Kyler Staley, Wyatt Sapp, row 2. Colton Brooks, Zach Staley, row 3. Chase Pierce, Jackson Casper, row 4. Billy Gregg, Timothy Walters, row 5. And Dominic Lumley will be the odd man on the final row. Bad draw for Dominic Lumley. He has been very, very strong this season, and tough break there for him as he does not get a good draw. We're just waiting on the lobby to be moved on to the next one, so we can go 20 laps here for the first race of the night. Just waiting on the lobby to change. So while that happens, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back here at the Wilkesboro Speedway, hopefully we'll be going 20 laps for your first Twin Sportsman. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here in just a moment.
He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around, we're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Trish on the bottom.
Bouchard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As that's still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
No back into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh
and to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
And welcome back here to the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Here live on Elevated TV as the Madhouse Racing League presents the Throwback 50, but sponsored by Greg's Old Lexington Front End and Frame Shop and Privacy Fence Solutions. I'm your host, Cody Dimmers. I'm going to be the producer and the announcer behind everything that you see, and want to welcome everybody here as we've got set up for the first Twin 20 here for your sportsmen's. It is throwback night here, so some of these cars will look very different. Some of these cars will look kind of things you haven't seen, so definitely going to be a good fun night of racing. Can't wait to see some of these throwbacks here tonight. Looks like the field's going to be getting set up here. It's like we said, we get our lineup pulled back up here. Nate Gregg will be rolling off on the front row. There you see him in the number 28 machine. Brian Sykes. There you see him in the number 90. Number 99. He will be rolling off second. Kyler Staley, there you see him in that 31 machine. He will be rolling off third. Wyatt Sapp in that number 46 will be rolling off fourth. Colton Brooks will be rolling off fifth in the number 13 machine. Zach Staley is not here. He would have been rolling off sixth. Chase Pierce rolling off in the 7th position. There you see him in the number 77 machine. Jackson Casper rolls off to his outside in the 8th position. Actually, Chase Pierce, we're rolling off 6th. Jackson Casper, 7th. Billy Gregg will be rolling off in the 8th position. Timothy Walters in the 10th position, and Dominic Lumley rounds out the back of your field. Field going to work into the restart zone. In the hands of Nate Gregg and Billy Gregg. Fans, get on your feet as they come through. Give them a shoot, give them a holler. Here we go. We're green underway here for twin race number 1 for your Sportsman's on Throwback Night. Field still side by side there as they work through the turns. Brian Sykes going to get in the wall there. Nate Gregg on the bottom. I'm used to Billy being in that car. Still side by side as they work off of turn number 4. 18 laps to go. Kyler Staley looking to go 3 wide. 2 by 2 by 2. 3 rows of 2. Then a single files out. Nobody want to give an inch. Nobody want to give her any room. Here comes the 28 of Nate Gregg down to the bottom. Both lanes are racing. Here comes Brooks. Brooks looking to go 3 wide through the middle. Tucks back in behind. Whoa, going to get into the 98 of Billy Gregg as they work back down into 1. Still side by side for your race lead though. Whoa, not too sure where Zach Staley come from. Holy moly. What a job on the field. Wow, that could have got crazy there for a minute. Nate Gregg still side by side as they work back down the first stretch. Brian Sykes working on the outside. Nate Gregg working on the bottom. Excuse me. Coming back around to 15 laps to go. Brian Sykes going to try to clear him. Nate Gregg still with the momentum on the bottom. Kyler Staley being impatient in the back, saying one of you guys got to move. One of you guys has got to go. Here comes, caution flag going to fly. Timothy Walters is going to go around. Let's go back and see what happened. Keep your eyes on the number 29 Mobile 1 machine. Looking to the inside there, Dominic Lumley. That was for the 9th and 10th position. Oh, just gets into Lumley. Slows her down, spins around. Great job by Casper not to hit him. To bring out the first caution here tonight. 7 laps of green flag action. Side by side racing by the 28 and the 99 of Brian Sykes. Holy smokes. What a job by them drivers. Face lights off there, you see, single file restart. That's how they do it here in the Madhouse Racing League. Pace car's off. Here we go. 12 laps to go in this one. Caution laps to count. We're single file restart. Can Brian Sykes get back to the back bumper? Kyler Staley looking to get to the inside of Brian Sykes. Pierce all over the back bumper. Kyler Staley as he looks to the inside. Going to look to the inside of Staley as they work down into 3. Chase is there. Staley looking to go on the outside of Sykes. Sykes going to move up. Pierce going to look to the inside of Kyler Staley. Whoa. Pierce going to get a little bobble there. Here comes Billy Gregg. Pierce looking to follow him. Gregg going to go to the outside of him. Not going to help Pierce. Pierce on the bottom. Sap on the back of the bumper of that 98 machine of Billy Gregg. Side by side for third as they work back down into one. All this going on. This is a battle for third. There you see it. The Privacy Defense Solutions battle for third. Here with Chase Pierce, Billy Gregg, and Kyler Staley. Oh, Billy Gregg going to get into Chase. And around they go. Big foul up off into turn number. Oh, my goodness. Billy Gregg flipping. We need the ASMR safety team to the front stretch immediately for the 98 machine of Billy Gregg. And Wyatt Sapp's definitely going to have to hit him harder than that. Whoa, here comes Zach Staley. So you could have just had Zach Staley knock the crap out of him right there. Oh, no. Oh, no, he's definitely screwed now. Good try, though, Wyatt. Good try. You tried. So let's go back there and see what happened with the number 98 of Billy Gregg. Hard racing here is what it looks like to me. Looks like Gregg just got in there a little too hot, got in the back bumper of the 77. Wyatt Sapp and everybody just nowhere to go. And, oh, man. Let's go on board there with Timothy Walters. Let's see it from his perspective here in the number 44 machine, the Mobile 129 Brent Cruz machine. He's just kind of riding, minding his own business. There you see up ahead. Billy Gregg gets into him. Everybody checks up, and he's already coming to the outside. Whoa! Nowhere to go. So they go on board here with Wyatt Sapp. Can you take one last look at it? There you see Sapp all over the back bumper of the 98 machine. Just couldn't get wound up enough, and then whoa! Here come Timothy Walters in there. As we are back green flag racing here, 5 laps to go. There you see Pierce, Brooks side by side. Brooks on the bottom, Pierce on the outside. Outside definitely where you want to be here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Staley all over the back bumper of that number 99 though. Nate Gregg out front looking for his first career win here in the Madhouse Racing League. Here comes Staley. Staley going to dive down the bottom. 3 laps to go, coming to 2. Popsicle sticks in the air for Nate Gregg. Staley looking at the bottom of the number 99. Oh, they're going to door bang a little bit. Staley going to door bang him up into 1. Here they come up off of 2. Sapp hard on the outside walls. They're going to throw out caution. Staley cautions out. Wyatt Sapp hard into the outside wall. So go back and take a look real fast at what happened there. Maybe he just hit the curb, got loose. Not too sure. I know I've seen him just plow the outside wall into off of turn 2. Ah, what a lick. That's going to bring out the next caution. So that going to draw our third caution, second caution of the night for the number 46 of Wyatt Sapp. Going to bring around. Looks like pace lights are off on the iRacing official pace car. Nate Gregg, Brian Sykes, Kyler Staley, Chase Pierce, Colton Brooks, your top 5. Dominic Lumley, Timothy Walters, Jackson Casper, Wyatt Sapp, and Billy Gregg round out your top 10. Looks like Billy Gregg going to get his lap back here. They're going to go back around. Here they go, though. Nate Gregg, Brian Sykes going to lead them into the restart zone. Here we go. 3 laps to go to decide a winner here in the twin number 1 for the Sportsmans. Green flag. Brian Sykes did not go. That's going to hurt Chase Pierce or Kyler Staley. Chase Pierce looking to get him on the outside of it. Chase Pierce looking to use the momentum. Sykes going to pull up in front of him. Chase going to get in the wall a little bit there. Chase already had the spot though. So 2 laps to go. Coming back to the white. Here we go. Battles for second. Whoa! Casper going to go around. Caution flag not going to matter because we're on the white. Here we go. Back down into 3. Nate Gregg going to come through. It's a race for second. Staley all over the door of number 99 of Brian Sykes. Here he comes. Nate Gregg going to win. Staley going to get second. Brian Sykes going to get it. Oh, man. Brian Sykes going to get 3rd. Colton Brooks 4th. Chase Pierce rounds out your top 5 here for twin number 1. Do we take a quick look here at your results? Nate Gregg, Kyler Staley, Brian Sykes, Colton Brooks, Chase Pierce round out top 5. Dominic Lumley, and yeah, rounds out your top 6. Got to be quick with it. So, going to have a little warm-up session here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And, yeah, do a little interview with people. So, before twin number 1. So, and I don't think they thought this one through too much, but if we might be racing into the dark. You're going to see some behind-the-scenes camera work here. As you see Brian Sykes getting lined up there. People still getting lined up. And I'm not too sure why Dominic Lumley's paint scheme is not wanting to load and stay loaded in. We'll give you a good quick glimpse of it real fast so you guys see it in case it does not want to stay loaded in. It is not liking Trading Paints is not liking the number 62's paint scheme. It stays and then it goes away. Yeah, he's just not caring for it too much. Not unless he's got his paint scheme just on one side of the race car. Nope. I'm not sure why his paint scheme is not working, so it's going to be hard to show off his paint scheme. His is the only one not working. So, alrighty, we're going to try to get a couple people in here. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. And see if we can't figure out why Dominic Lumley's paint scheme is not working. And when we come back here from the North Wilkesboro Speedway, we will have more.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iracing.com.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Alrighty, we are back and ready to do the throwbacks. So we're going to drag, well, we can't drag Brian Sykes because he's not even in the Discord. So we're going to move on down to, let's see, we'll get Colton Brooks. We'll try to get a good shot of his car. There you see it. We'll get Colton Brooks in here. Colton Brooks, Rooster in the booth, you got me?
Yep.
Man, it's throwback night, so we're dragging people up here and asking them about their throwbacks. Tell me a little bit about your throwback, what it represents, why you picked it, and what made you run it tonight.
To be honest, I just threw it on so I could just have a throwback paint scheme this weekend. Since it was Halloween, I kind of represent the orange to the Halloween whatever. So I just threw this one on and just, yeah.
I got you. Well, good luck tonight, and hopefully you can get you a win here. We seen him there in twin number 1. You fought your way to like a 5th place finish. So looking to do a little bit better here in the second twin.
All right, thank you.
And that is a word with the 13 machine. So we're going to get, let's see who else we got up here. We got Dominic. Let's get Dominic in here. Well, Dominic, we just talked to you. Man, it's throwback night tonight. Give me a little bit about why you picked your throwback. What made you go with this throwback, and what it and who is it for?
Good car. I love Chrome, so I had got this iRacing set up a year ago, and this was the first car I had Kyler paint me. So I believe the Staley graphics is still on there and everything. Like, it's just a cool little car that I've not run since a year ago, basically. So I was like, you know what? Quick, we'll throw it on and run it real quick. So
I hear that. Well, kind of struggled there in twin number 1. Looking to do a lot better here in twin number 2, and good luck tonight.
thank you. I believe I start on the pole, so hopefully my luck's a little bit better this race.
Well, you hear that? There you go. So, well, good luck tonight.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, we're going to get him in here anyways. He tried to sneak away. Kyler Staley The only one that we didn't get other than Brian Sykes, but we didn't see him in the Discord. But, man, it's throwback night. Looks like you got an all-gray car. Walk me through why you picked this car. What does it represent, and who's it for?
I don't know. I like orange. Orange is my favorite color. And Dale Earnhardt done a little throwback to the silver and orange car he had. I never get to watch him race, but he died before I was born. But that's what it is. We'll throw back to Dale Earnhardt.
I got you. Well, you fought your way up to second, fell back, and finished third in the first twin. So definitely looking to prevail here for the second twin. And have we got a word of what the invert is?
It's 6.
I got you. So there you hear it, ladies and gentlemen. So alrighty, well, good luck here in twin number 2. And
Nate's down there. He's ready for that interview or whatever.
Yep.
All right.
Alrighty. We're going to get Mr. Nate Gregg in here. Nate Gregg, man, you went to Wilkesboro a couple weeks ago, struggled. But you know what? You made up for it here on the virtual side and won the first twin here tonight.
Yes, sir. This was actually the first league race I've won on Iracing, so that's pretty nice. Unfortunately, forgot to redo the car for the throwback, so I didn't get to participate there. But got to thank Velocita, Motorsports on Main, Privacy Fence Solutions, and Sites Metal Roofing.
And I have to ask you, this car here that you're driving is your real life paint scheme, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, sir.
So and I gotta ask you, I know this throwback night, and I know it's not a throwback car, but what made you go with this scheme? Is there something behind it, or is it just something you kind of thought up?
Nope, this is pretty much something out of the blue. When Privacy Defense Solution came on board, he really likes this teal. This is his company color, and so we went ahead and kind of designed something up and just went with his colors.
I got you. Well, you won twin number 1. Any sponsor, friends, family-wise you want to thank for getting you there with the win?
Yeah, no, thank the sponsors already. Got to thank Billy Gregg for the amazing setup that got me the win tonight, and hope to bring us home a second one here in just a few minutes.
Yes, sir. Well, good luck here. Looks like you'll be rolling off P6, so got a long ways to go.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, that is a word there with twin number 1 winner, Mr. Nate Gregg. Well, we're going to get everything situated, get everything moved over to twin number 2, and we'll let you know how it rolls off. There you see it. So, Dominic Lumley will be starting on the pole. Chase L. Pierce will be starting second. Colton Brooks third. Brian Sykes fourth. Kyler Staley fifth. Nate Gregg sixth. Timothy Walters seventh. Jackson Casper eighth. Wyatt Sapp ninth. Billy Gregg 10th. And Zach Staley will be starting out the tail of the field. So, I want to thank everybody again for tuning in to the Madhouse Racing League as they present the Throwback 50 here tonight. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in. If you're tuning in, let me know where you're watching from and who you're cheering on, and kind of shows these drivers a little bit of support that they got fans out there watching at home on the virtual and the real life side, because a couple of these drivers do run in real life. Nate Gregg, Kyler Staley, Brian Sykes, Zach Staley, Billy Gregg, Wyatt Sapp, Jackson Casper. So a big field of cars that actually run in real life as well. So going to be a interesting night of racing. So and it does look like we are going to be racing into the dark. So hopefully they can get this one done before curfew. Like I said, appreciate again everybody that's tuning in. Hope everybody's having enjoying the races. So, Dominic Lumley chased out Pierce, Colton Brooks, Brian Sykes, Kyler Staley, Nate Gregg going to be rolling off the field as we complete twin number 2 here. Green flag back in the air. Field going to work down off into turn number 1. Nate Gregg still on the outside. Oh, Nate Gregg going to go around. Big one on the backstretch. Nate Gregg involved, Timothy Walters, Wyatt Sapp, and others involved. As we go back and take a look at what happened here on the start of twin number 2. Field going to work down the front stretch. Here we go, 20 laps to go. Looking at it, taking a look at the replay. Keep your eyes on that number 28 machine. That blue and green and black, or teal and black, I should say. And just like he got loose and around she went. Timothy Walters nowhere to go. And kind of the same concept with Wyatt Sapp. Pace lights off on the Iracing official pace car, and here we go. Dominic Lumley going to lead them back into the restart zone. Single file restart here. Green flag back in the air. We're back underway. Lumley with a good start there as they work back down into turn number 1. Pierce on the bottom. Here comes Pierce. Pierce all over the back bumper number 62. He's going to go to the outside, side by side as they work back down into 3. Pierce on the outside, Lumley on the bottom. Here comes Brooks. Brooks looking to repeat. Lumley looking to get another win here in the Madhouse Racing League. They work up off of 2. Pierce, big time loose. Lumley, big time loose. Brooks all over the back bumper, the number 77. Top Hat Comics up Pierce. Pierce going to drive in the bottom. He's going to pinch off the 13. Colton Brooks with a big check up there as they worked up off the corner. Brooks all over the back bumper of them as they work back down off of 2. Back down the back straightaway. Brooks looking to be all over the back bumper. But meanwhile, back here in the back, Nate Gregg, Jackson Casper, Wyatt Sapp, side by side as it for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Whoa, hang on to her, Jackson. Hold on to her, buddy. Woo! Willing and Dylan that thing up off the corner. Here comes Sapp, drives it off in there. Casper going to look for the crossover. Here comes Walters. We go back up front. Meanwhile, Pierce trying to get to the inside of the 62. Lumley hanging on to it. Here comes Kyler Staley looking to the inside of Brian Sykes. We got a 3-car battle for first, second, and third. 3-car battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. And a 3-car battle for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Billy Gregg looking to the inside of the 31 machine. Colton Brooks looking to the outside. Here comes Billy Gregg. Billy Gregg all over the back bumper of him. Billy Gregg side by side as they work back down into 1. There is no lights here at Wilkesboro, so they're trying to get this thing completed. Billy Gregg going to take over the 5th position as we go back up front. Here comes Lumley. Lumley, Pierce, Brooks. Lumley trying to get away from Pierce. Knows he's fast. Here he comes. Here comes Pierce. Pierce looking at the bottom 2. Lumley going to shut the door on Pierce. Pierce going to go to the outside crossover. Here comes Brooks. Brooks looking to the inside of the 77 as well. 3-way battle for your race lane as they work off of 2. Back down the back stretch. Here comes Pierce. Pierce side by side with Brooks. Brooks on the back bumper of the 62 and Lumley. Here comes Lumley going to get into the bumper. Here comes Brooks. 3 wide for your race lead up off of 4. Slide jobs, cut off, cutthroat racing you got going on here. Oh, big wreck. Brooks is going to get into Lumley. Round goes Brooks. 3 wide, not the way you want to be. Wow. Holy smokes. So we go back and look what happened to start all this. Brooks, Lumley gets into Pierce up from the curb. Brooks on the bottom, 3 wide down the front stretch into 1. Brooks drives it off in there. Lumley breaks up, cuts back under. Lumley gets into Brooks and around. Looks like a little bit of net code there. Does not look like they even touched. And around went Brooks and Lumley there, off down the backstretch. Wow. Second caution of in twin number 2 with 11 laps to go. Green flag, back in the air. We're back underway. Guess they did not like that, or something happened to Lumley. I do not think Lumley. Let's go back and see what happened. Just like Lumley had to go to the back. Brooks and Casper not happy with each other. Oh, looks like Sapp and Walters got together. Go back here and see if we can't figure out what happened. 'Cause we're 10 laps out of the 20. Keep your eyes on the 46 of the 29. Walters with a big run. Sapp cuts him off. And it is only getting darker. Pierce out front. Pace car's off. Green flag in the air. We're back underway. Here comes Greg. Greg down to the bottom. Round goes Nate Gregg. Let's go back and see what happened. Casper and Brooks are not happy with each other. Lumley gives him a little time. Whoa! Hang on there, Sapp. Holy smokes. Pace lights off on the Iracing official pace car in this one. Sorry, folks. It's going to be hard to see the race cars. Kyler Staley on the back bumper of the 98. Here comes Brian Sykes Jr. Oh, big time loose there. Here comes Sapp. Sapp looking to the inside of Brian Sykes. 8 laps to go in this one. Here comes Lumley. Lumley on the inside of Nate Gregg. Sapp all over the place. Gregg gonna drive it off, and there's me. We go back up front. Billy Gregg in chase of Chase Pierce. Chase Pierce pulling away in little by little, but not much. Billy Gregg all over the rear bumper. Right on board here on the nose of Billy Gregg. Look off the back bumper of Chase Pierce. Meanwhile, Pierce looking to go around Casper. 4 laps to go. 3 laps to go this time. Casper big time loose. Oh, Billy Gregg gonna move Chase Pierce. Wow, what a shot there by Chase Pierce. Pump and run. New race leader Billy Gregg. Oh, the Gregg's gonna sweep it tonight. Staley. Oh, Staley gonna get into Chase Pierce. 2 laps to go. Caution gonna fly. No. And this one's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back there and see what happened. I'm sure Staley is not going to be happy with Chase Pierce. There you see him. Not happy with him. There you see the destruction on Madhouse. Here comes Staley. Staley's still chasing him. True Madhouse Bowman Gray fashion. Oh, Brooks and Casper's going at it. Walters is in the middle of it. And you got you some old Madhouse Bowman Gray Stadium action here going on tonight, boys. Oh, here comes Casper. Gosh! Oh, Brooks and Casper still going at it. 3 laps to go. We still got a race going on in the middle of all this. Walters is upside down. Casper and Brooks knocking the fenders off each other. We got a demolition derby going on in 3 and 4. Billy Gregg's leading the race. The lights have gone out. What is next, ladies and gentlemen? Casper and Brooks still going at it. Casper ain't got no front bumper. Brooks is mad. Here we go. Picks him up. Green flag's back out. Casper's still backwards. 3 laps to go. The lights are gone out. We ain't got no lights. We're racing into the dark. Pierce is on the inside of Gregg. White flag in the air. Billy Gregg, Chase Pierce still side by side as they work back down into 1. Pierce there. Sykes there. Can Nate Gregg maybe come out and win it again? Here we go. Down the back straightaway. Gregg to the inside. Sykes is there. We're 3 wide up off the corner. Brian Sykes up off the 4 is the race winner here in Wilkesboro. Wow, what a finish. Brian Sykes going to be your race winner here tonight in the second twin, and the lights have officially gone out. Tore up race cars everywhere. Ryan Sapp's right front is tore all to pieces. There's your race winner, Brian Sykes. Is he going to burn it down here on the front stretch? Woo! What a race. As we take a quick look here at your results, Brian Sykes comes home with the win. Chase Pierce second. Dominic Lumley third. Wyatt Sapp fourth. Nate Gregg fifth. Kyler Staley comes home sixth. Billy Gregg seventh. Jackson Casper eighth. Timothy Walters ninth. Colton Brooks 10th. And Zach Staley did not start the race. And we still got a mini stock race to go. How about that, folks, for a sportsman race at Wilkesboro? So we're going to take a quick few commercial breaks. When we come back here at the Wilkesboro Speedway, we will have more coming to you.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is Iracing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is Iracing.
Coming up to the line, being chased, and it was Braden Johnson. Unbelievable finish. It was 1/1000th of a second between them.
Green flag in the air. We are racing in the 2020 24 Hours of Daytona.
They go door to door for the feature race lead here on the last lap of the race. Side for the race lead in the final corner at Homestead.
Down the back straightaway, 3 wide again for the race lead. This is unbelievable stuff here tonight.
Loma is going to have to be very deep on the brakes, and he is very deep on the brakes. It's side by side through the corner. This is for the win.
It'll be side by side. Davies low, Ottinger high. To the very inside is Garrett Low. 4 wide at the stripe. For Audie's win here on this outside line. Neck and neck. Who's going to back out? Does anyone back out? Verstappen starts to squeeze on the inside, and now he'll try and straight line it. Goes under the apron. Drag race to the line. It's so close to call.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is Iracing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is Iracing.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. Iracing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iracing.com.
They're still beating and banging, and to the line!
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Apromitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it? Coming up to the line, being chased, and it was Braden Johnson. Unbelievable finish. It was 1/1000th of a second between them.
Green flag in the air. We are racing in the 2020 24 Hours of Daytona.
They go door to door for the feature race lead here on the last lap of the race. Side for the race lead in the final corner at Homestead.
Down the back straightaway, 3 wide again for the race lead. This is unbelievable stuff here tonight.
Loma is going to have to be very deep on the brakes, and he is very deep on the brakes. It's side by side through the corner. This is for the win.
It'll be side by side. Davies low, Ottinger high. To the very inside is Garrett low. 4 wide at the stripe. For all he's worth here on this outside line, neck and neck. Who's gonna back out? Does anyone back out? Verstappen starts to squeeze on the inside, and now he'll try and straight line it. Goes under the apron, drag race to the line. It's so close to call.
the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back here to North Wilkesboro as we are here for the Madhouse Racing League as they present the Throwback 50 here tonight at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. And we done the first twins by myself, and I've got an old veteran stadium stock driver at the Bowman and Gray Stadium in the booth with me, Mr. Nolan Marshall. How's it going tonight, Nolan?
I'm doing all right, Brewster. I'm doing all right. I'm glad to be here with you. I'm going to watch some good racing. This throwback race, these boys are going to put in a good race for us. Good show.
And, you know, we were just sitting here talking about some of the schemes, and there's a couple of schemes that, you know, you helped with and, you know, you liked and stuff like that as well. And, you know, I really don't know much about the schemes that these guys run, and I know you know a little bit about them.
Yeah, I mean, we're riding with, who's this right here? Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, there's Kyler. Kyler, that's his, I think, second car he ran. Well, he's going to put it nose deep in the wall there. But, yeah, that car is probably the prettiest car he ever ran to me. We had... we got his name made up and everything for him for the windshield on that car. That car looked really good that year. And you got Nate Gregg, and I believe the 44 is the Pintang car down there. I believe. Or no, maybe that's the for sale car.
Looks like it's I'm not too sure. Let's see if we can get a closer look at it.
I believe it's the for sale car. I thought it was the Pintang car.
I gotcha.
Maybe he don't know stadium racing.
Maybe he's just here for the fun.
Yeah.
And you know, we seen a couple of the throwbacks. We seen Brian Sykes. We didn't actually get to talk to him for his throwback. He was in orange and black number 99, which I think is a throwback to his dad. I'm not sure.
It is.
And then we seen like Kyler Staley, he was throwing it back to Dale Earnhardt. And then we seen Dominic, he threw back to Kyler as one of his first iRacing cars that he had made. So that was cool to see. You know, and we seen a couple of different schemes. You know, we seen Nate Gregg, you know, and this is the cool thing with iRacing, Nolan, and you know this myself, just as well as I do as being an iRacer. You know, bringing your real life schemes over to iRacing. To me, that is like the coolest thing they ever done.
Oh, dude, I love it. I really enjoy. You know, I sold my rig. You know, life happens, but I want to at least get something back so that I can go back to painting, because that was probably the most enjoyable part of it to me, period, is putting people's real life schemes on the sim.
Well, and you know, you got to think about it too like this, you know, you being a painter, you know, and then you got these cars that you paint, you know, and then you can actually broadcast on iRacing. You know, that's the cool part, because the painters can sit back and watch their cars that they've painted for these people out on the racetrack as well. You know, so that's, to me, is, you know, the cool thing about the whole painting situation.
Man, and to be 100% honest with you, I have known people to literally sell body panels on iRacing as sponsors. Like, people have gotten real life money to put logos on the side of an iRacing car.
And that is crazy, you know, because And I could, and I feel like, the broadcast, the broadcast thing, to me is a big deal. A lot of people don't want to race league racing nowadays unless they're broadcasted, because there is so many broadcast companies and stuff like that, as when it comes all down to it. And at the end of the day, I get, people have sponsors, stuff like that, but then you also got to look at it as the entertainment side. You know what I mean? I mean, without us racers, these leagues would be nobody.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, the broadcast that you put on, I think that you do a really good job, man, and I think that if you stick with it, you definitely got something to go for here. We could keep the car count up, and get us out there a little more. Then you definitely got the broadcast side locked down. We could just keep the car count, we'll be all right.
Yeah, for sure. And and you say, I have the broadcast thing locked down, and I really, you guys in Southeast are the only two leagues I do now, and I do RPES, which is the Regal Performance Esports League. With the dirt side, them guys actually got up with me and asked me to do that, and then had been doing them because Kyler had kind of took a break from the Madhouse stuff, and then when it all come down to it, him and Billy asked me, hey, would you be willing to come back? And I had to think about it. But, these guys have, had some really good racing in the past. They've been really good to me, myself. And, getting the opportunity again, was once in a lifetime. And, everybody asks me why I don't do it, full time, or why I don't do it big. I could care less about the money, in my opinion, you know what I mean? But, nobody will let me work for free because, they see the time, they see the effort I put into it. And, it's people like you that, appreciate the things that we broadcasters do that, makes us the reason why we do it,
Yeah, well, we all appreciate it, man. And, I know that, this is Iracing. You got to remember that. Because egos definitely play a role in any kind of competition. I don't care if we're racing potato sacks out back. And,
I'm ready to fight my twin cousin for third place in the potato sack race.
That's right. I'll be at the back gate.
I'll be beating you behind the wood shed.
Right.
No,
competition's competition, man.
Right, and these guys, they get it honest, and we've seen a lot of these guys that do have or have family that race at the Madhouse, because to me, if you go to the Madhouse, you go there for a reason, whether it be to watch people tear stuff up or your family's raced there for years upon years, or you don't just go to the Madhouse just to go to the Madhouse. There's a reason you go to the Madhouse, and you yourself know that as well as being at the Madhouse for probably 20 plus years, 10 plus years.
Man, I started going in 89. I was born, well, no, I would have started going in 90 because I was born in August of 89. So the season would have been over. But from 90 to 25, man, I've been there every Saturday night. I don't think I've ever missed one. And you're right, man. It gets passed down from generation to generation over there. Like, once you get the bug, once it bites you, man, it's over.
And I've personally never been to the stadium, I've always wanted to go, but, like I said a while ago, you have to have a reason, and I've never really had a reason to go until I met you guys, and, it's on the bucket list, I'll put it that way. I've got me some race cars now, and it looks like NASCAR's kind of taking over the stadium, so I'm hoping they bring the Legends there. I know you guys have seen the Legends race there in previous times, and I would love to see the Legends go back with NASCAR taking it over. So that would be cool to be able to go race there with me now having a Legend car as well.
Yeah, dude, that'd be cool, man. I think that they should bring them back there, honestly. Look, you got Zach Staley right there. He's running a throwback to one of his old cars. I believe that's his first mini stock that he ever ran at the stadium. That's the James Triplett for governor or for mayor, I believe, car. That was one of the Jerry Hunt cars. He was in with the Pumpkins back then. He was styling and profiling back then. They don't got Jerry Hunt on the side of that car in iRacing, I reckon. But he was definitely a part of them over there. He was big timing over there in the big hauler.
Yeah, as we see there, vote triple at Davidson County Sheriff 2014.
Davidson County, yeah.
So
yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Well, we've got our starting lineup here for your stadium stocks. So let's give them a rundown here. Rolling off on the pole is going to be Brian Sykes Jr. And rolling off to his outside is going to be Timothy Walters. Row 2 is going to consist of Chase Pierce and Dominic Lumley. And Noah, in previous races we've seen a big rivalry between them two. Kyler Staley, Colton Brooks roll off row 3. Nate Gregg, Cliff Mullins. Cliff Mullins, not a regular here in the Madhouse Racing League. First race with us. He'll roll off 8th, and Nate Gregg rolls off 7th. Ollie Ferguson, Jackson Casper roll off 9th and 10th. Wyatt Sapp and Billy Gregg roll off 11th and 12th, and the man you see on the screen now is Zach Staley, rolls off in the back.
Yeah, that's going to be a good race up front. Dominic, he's really fast, man, and he's fairly smooth. Now, he's gotten very used to racing side by side with some of these guys and, knows how they race. And now he just races them how they race him. And Chase, my boy is too fast for his own good. I swear he is. He just gets too fast sometimes. And he don't know what to do once he gets going so fast.
Right. It's like he's like he can't control his eager. He's eager to get to the front. You know what I mean?
Ready to go.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like hold my bear and watch this. Well, we got the lineup. We're getting the cars on the grid. Hopefully the lights don't go out this time, Nolan. Hopefully we get to finish it with lights on and no lights off. So hopefully everything that carried over from the first 2 races don't carry over to the third. So there you see Brian Sykes.
If you look on the hood of Jackson's car, there's a picture of me.
That is funny. That is funny.
When I sold my iRacing rig, he said we lost a good one.
That's funny right there.
I hope Jackson has a good race tonight with my face on the hood.
And I believe this throwback with Brian Sykes is to one of his family members. I believe that's to somebody he knows or his family member.
That's his father's second race car, I believe. That was probably the best mini stock that man ever had, and he put it down with that car. That was the old 11 car, and I believe it won the championship the year before he bought it, and he made a run at the championship with it as well.
For sure. Well, field's lined up. We're double file. We're going green flag racing this time. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in here to the Throwback 50 here at North Wilkesboro. I'm Cody Demers alongside Noah Marshall. We're about to bring you 15 laps of the most exciting stadium stock action you've got. Brian Sykes, Timothy Walters going to lead them into the green flags in the air, Nolan.
So we head down the front stretch, 2x2x2. So paying out when they get to the corner there, these mini stocks, you can run 3 and 4 wide around here. All a little bit of contact up front.
Oh boy. Oh boy. These things are so fun.
We got a mile of them.
Colton Brooks is driving his tail off in that car. Oh.
Kyler making moves. Kyler's all the way to second.
Oh.
In the grass down there. Oh, we got contact.
Cliff Mullins
coming down off the wall there, it looked like.
Timothy Walters, Cliff Mullins, half the field. Zach Staley still wrecking. Let's go back and see what happened with Timothy Walters here.
Yeah. It looked like he come down off the wall a little bit, and Buddy was down there, didn't really have nowhere to go. Yeah, he started arcing that corner, and I guess he may not have realized that he was top of 3 right there.
So we go on board here with Nate Gregg. Let's go see his perspective.
Yeah, because they went 3 right as he arced on entry. Oh, a little bumper. Look at Nate going turn straight up under him. Look at it.
Whoa! Through the grass goes Nate Bahan. As we go back one more time and look at Cliff Mullins. These cars are really squirrely, it looks like, Nolan, here.
Yeah, they're right on the edge of holding on and having to drive the wheels off of it the whole time, it looks like.
You can see a good angle right there, Nolan, at what happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He just, like I said, he just arcs for that corner and doesn't realize that he's top of 3. That's all that happened right there.
Well, pace lights off. Single file restart. Pace car's in. Here we go, Nolan. 11 laps to go. Green flag in the air. Staley is going to push Chase Pierce down the front stretch into turn number 1.
You got to keep an eye on Dominic and Greg back there. Or no, that's Sykes.
Oh!
Ryan Sykes and big move.
Cliff Mullins just put a radiator deep. Let's go back here and see what happened real fast.
Did he just step on it?
It definitely doesn't look like he just kind of got loose, or I'm not too sure if Brian gave him a shot.
No, it don't look like it. It looks like he just lost it there.
Yeah, he definitely just lost it.
It looks about like the same. It looks just like what happened to him when he was racing under Chase off of 2 in the late models in the last race. He just lost the rear end coming off of 2 and overcorrected and shot back up the track.
For sure.
Because he's trying real hard to turn up under Pierce, and in these cars, man, like, you can't make a move to the bottom like that. Like, you got to set it up, a turn or more back,
Right.
You really got to drive these cars straight, because you lose a lot of momentum when you start leaning on that right rear and hanging it out there,
For sure. You definitely got to weigh your pros and cons. I mean, it's almost like the late models. You get too high here in the late models and try to arc the corner too much, it just gets crazy loose. It's the same concept with the stadium stocks. You put it on the bottom down there, it doesn't like it, and a lot of race cars are like that. You got to kind of find the fine line of where not to go and where to go and where you can go, and how much you can drive the car. I mean, it's like any race car.
Well, you seen right there that Chase didn't even make an attempt to block the bottom right there, because he knew that even if he did get down there, he could keep his momentum up on the top. Yeah, for sure. And we've seen that in the late model race too with Pierce.
Everybody else was kind of running the low line on the start, and Pierce was running about the middle groove in 1 and 2 off the start, and he was keeping so much momentum he could just drive up away from him up off of 2, because they were having to slope way up through the corners. So pace lights off.
See that? Yeah, we're going to come to green here. Brian Sykes is keeping his nose clean right there. Riding in second. We got
Colton
Nate and Billy Gregg 4th and 5th there. So, got them Gregg boys creeping up to the front.
Way in there, slowly, steadily. Here we go. Green flag in the air. We're back underway. And here comes Staley powering on the outside. Whoa, we're 4 wide almost. Round goes the 44 Walters. Cliff Mullins goes around. Lumley's around. Caution's out. Let's go back here.
Caution's back out.
Ferguson putting Staley in the wall. Let's go back and see what happened here with Staley.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Staley got him a big run and caught a little piece of Wyatt right there, but then everything that happened elsewhere happened behind them.
Right. Then you got Walters and Mullins and Lumley.
Walters just went around, and then Cliff and Dom made a little contact on the exit.
Looks like Nate, something happened to Nate. He spun around. He's in the back.
Oh, well, they went 3, getting into 1, but it don't look like. Oh, Billy got him on the exit of 2 right there. Colton disappeared. I don't know what happened right there, but yeah, there could have been some net code that would have shot Nate down there, maybe.
Here we go, green flag. 3 laps to go, Nolan. Gonna come down to a green-white checkered finish. And I think it's unlimited attempts.
Yes, sir. It's the same 2 that finished up front in the last race.
Oh, Brian Sykes gonna get into him.
Oh, give him a shot.
White flag, race is official. Here comes Sykes. Oh.
Big dive to the bottom. Oh, he just can't keep the momentum up.
Oh, boy. Here he goes.
There.
Oh, who got it? Sykes gonna get it by 1.015. Holy moly.
Wow. Very good race right there. Very good.
We're gonna go back here and see if we can't get a photo finish camera on this one. There you see Sykes. He's gonna dive it off in there and just door bang Pierce.
I don't think that was too much, man. That was a good race right there. That was just a little bit of lean on him and race him to the line.
No, I agree with you there for sure. As we take
I think that if Pierce would have had a problem with it, he might would have given him a little door back coming down the front stretch.
There you go. There was your margin of victory by a bumper. There you see it.
Literally a front bumper.
Yep, by a front bumper. There's your photo finish of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Nolan, we're going to give the rundown of results, and then we're going to try to get a word here with our winner. Brian Sykes comes home with the win. There you see it, 0.015 over Chase Pierce. Colton Brooks comes home third. Kyler Staley fourth. Billy Gregg fifth. Wyatt Sapp sixth. And Nolan carry us on out.
We got Dominic Lumley finishing 7th. That's a good race back for him. Zach kept his nose clean, come back for 8th. Zach Staley. Jackson Casper in 9th. Cliff Mullins rounds out the top 10. And then we have Timothy Walter in 11th. And Ollie Ferguson bringing up 12th with Nate Gregg rounding out the field. I hate he fell back to the end there because he had a real good run. He was inside the top 5 there with 5 to go.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're going to get down here to our winner, Mr. Brian Sykes, qualified on the pole there from the draw. Kept your nose clean, fell back a little bit, and then a couple cautions. You got back to Chase and walked me through there with that 3 to go.
Yeah, man, I had 0 practice in the mini stocks. I thought I had no shot at winning it. The car was a little free. Everybody ran me clean. I mean, I think we run a bunch of caution laps there. Somehow I got Bob Pierce there and won it.
Nolan, do you got anything for him?
No, man, I just want to tell you, congratulations, man. You did a good job, bro. Kept your nose clean, and that race to the finish right there, them last 2 or 3 laps, that was good racing, man. That was good.
Billy Gregg took my late model win from me, so I had to come back and win that one.
Had to come snatch another one.
Well, any friends, family, sponsor-wise you want to thank for getting you home here with the win?
No, man, just thank Kyler Staley for putting this on and y'all for doing what y'all do.
Alrighty, well, congratulations on the win here in the mini stock feature, and hopefully we'll see you back here at Nashville Mini.
Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, Nolan, final thoughts on the stadium stock race?
Oh man, it was good. I think everybody got their feelings out in the late models and brought it back together for a good run for 50 to the checkered there. That was a good hard nosed race at the end there between Brian and Pierce. I hate that some of them boys fell out of the top 5. Lord, my phone's ringing. But sorry about that. But yeah, it was a good race, man, for sure. I enjoyed it. I appreciate you letting me come up here and do this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anytime. Well, it was a good race for my end. The late model races. I think we had more action in one race than we had the whole night in that. We had the lights going out. We had two people trying to put on some entertainment for you guys there. We had True of Fashion of Bowman Gray in twin number 2. We had Kyler Staley and Chase Pierce wrecking each other. We had Jackson Casper and Colton Brooks wrecking each other. We had the lights going out all in one race. And we had people flipping over pit rear wall. Billy Gregg upside down, flipping over pit wall. I mean, you name it, we had it in one race. So remember, these guys will be back in action for right here at North Wilkesboro for 100 for twin modifieds, or I think it's twin modifieds and a 25 lap street stock race coming back to you Wednesday night. And Elevated TV will be back in action on Monday night, tomorrow night at 7:30 for the Southeast Racing League. So, and we also have a special race coming up on Saturday, November 9th, this Saturday. We have a bunch of different stuff going on that day. So just keep an eye on it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn the bell on for all the notifications when Elevated TV goes live. And we'll see you tomorrow night.